So this is going to be my piece of paper today. My name is Oluwaseun, middle name Marianne, last name Shobande, and today's date is August 10th, 2022. In my presentation, I'm supposed to present terminology and explain 11 terms. That includes a disease definition, which is a disorder of normal structure and function of a particular body part, organ, and this is some sort of disruption that can happen not only with physical injury. For example, a disease would be like Parkinson's disease. This could come about from like a mutated gene, hereditary, or like environmental stress. Disease classifications are a system of categories to which morbid entities are assigned according to the established criteria. So pretty much the disease can be classified based on like where the anatomy of the organ is, or the anatomical location, for example. So and then etiology is the study of the cause of the disease, which is going to be a lot of what makes up pathophysiology. Pathogenesis, which differs from pathology, is in the sense that it's more of the pattern of the tissue change, focusing on the pattern, focusing on the pattern of that development of that disease. And then signs and symptoms. I like to remember that signs are what you can see on the patient. So the signs are going to be objective, and then the symptoms are going to be subjective, because the symptoms are what the patient claims to be wrong with them. And then a syndrome, which is a group of symptoms which consistently occur together, or a condition characterized by a set of associated symptoms, like for example, like a rare disease that causes a production of white blood cells to be damaged, which is Evans disease, Evans syndrome. And then diagnosis, which is like the naming and identification of diseases. It is the name used to identify a particular disease that has come about, or someone has, or anything like that. And then also the disease definition had to do with like the disorder of the normal structure or function this could be in a plant, in an animal, and in a cell. So there is various levels to the disease definition. And then back to diagnosis, which was the naming and identification of disease. And then next, I just took it a little bit out of order because I thought it would just make sense to explain diagnostic testing, which is what helps us. These are tests that help us with diagnosing and like identifying diseases. So like, for example, mammograms and colonoscopies are pretty much like checkups or like tests that people should do in particular genders at a particular age. Like mammograms are going to be breast exam for women. They're going to suggest it around their 40s or 50s. And then colonoscopies are going to be suggested for men around their 50s. These are tests that they will do around their 50s. And then next I have complication, which is a complication is the onset of a disease in a person who is already coping with another existing disease. For example, the person may have undergone surgery, and then now, like surgery to remove an appendix, and now they have developed a complication in which there has been a wound infection or pneumonia. So the complication to this surgery was the pneumonia that came about from a wound infection. And that surgery made them more likely for the wound infection, which leads me to the next term, which is prognosis, which is, I like the word forecast. Like it helps you understand that it's like a likeliness to happen or not happen. So Prognosis is going to be a prediction, a forecast of the likely outcome of a situation. So, yes, that's gonna me rounding up my terminology presentation on those 11 words. And then again, my name is Oluwaseun Marianne Shobande, and today is August 10th. Today's August 10th, right? Today is August 10th, 2022. Thank you.